and welcome back to I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here now. Soon, Gemma and Peter will be considering our celebrities' well-being when they discuss the camp's morale. And if you fancy having your say, then why not give us a call on 090 1111 3377. Calls cost 26p from BT landlines. Calls from other networks may be higher, and from mobiles will be considerably more. Ooh, on top of that, a clean and well-rested Stephanie will be looking back over her time in the jungle, and we test the mood of our ever-decreasing camp when Fatima joins us live from the Bush Telegraph. But first, here with his daily comedy character, Assassination, give it up for Russell Kane.
That's a character appreciation. Well, wilt my spinach and blanch my kale. Sunita has left the camp. It was a cracking show today, wasn't it? Pat was on form, wasn't he? Guys, I'm thinking of you with this trial, so the best person should do it. Moi. Right? And that's how Lorraine saved herself, didn't she? She kicked in, Tedward and me are as good as you. Thank you very much. Hey, Lorraine, that argument would be valid if you were as good as me, but you're not as good as me. You are literally shit in my eyes, you all are, and I'm the best because I'm Pat and I'm sharp. Right? Papa Bear, bringing home the stars for Mama. Don't you know that I'm toxic? Right? By the way, one last thing, Chrissy, a little bit shit, Benidorm. How cruel was that? That's out of order. And in the end, Emily went and did the task. How hot are the Aussie chicks, mate? Jeez. Yeah? Pat followed her right out, didn't he? Just let Uncle Pat get you out of those dirty little things and into your tiger print bikini. No problem, princess. Oh. Imagine if she came out of the water clutching a star, he'd fallen from behind a tree, knocking one out. Oh, just took me one in the fun. There's lots of sexual tension in that camp, isn't there, Jem? What about Mark's massage? How about that? Dougie looked like a sort of left-out little brother, didn't he? Hey, Mark, I've done a massive gaff. Come and get a whiff of it. Not now, Dougie. Hey, that's cool. I'm not bothered. Right? Mark, you player. Did you hear him? Emily, right, to get the full benefit, you could, at the end of the day, leave your bra on, but you would not get the full massage, if that makes sense. For your own benefit, you should turn around and say, yes, 100% I'm going to take my bra off and roll your pants down so I can perv on the crack of your arse, basically. Yeah? I think I've got a semi. And, Fatima, it can't just be me and Gemma that shed a tear. She loves her little boy, Anthony getting on her case, and in other news, she nearly sat on Roger Moore's face. Do try to concentrate, 007. Do you know what I'd like to have seen reunited? Willie with his wife. It'd have been like a baby chimp running into the monkey's arm. Right. Mind you, do you remember what he said to Mark? Do you remember? Just cheat whenever you can, Mark. Just don't get caught. Imagine that. When if his wife had just clouted him. But the highlight, again, Anthony, stealing it every night. But you know what? You lot are getting a bit harsh on him online, and maybe we be had. But he's real, isn't he? You can't say he's not being himself. Yes, he can be hormonal, Fatima, but he's being himself at full throttle. Did you see him today? I should have wilted some spinach. It would have been a salad, but it would have been warm. Fatima, stop jibbing. It's my life, it's my pot, and it's my warm salad, right? Then he went off to sleep in a temper. He went off for a temper sleep like that. What am I like? What am I like?
Amazing as always. Now, back to the news in camp. The celebs, they ate a meal of Balmain bugs when Emily won 11 stars in Coral Reef. But like anything jungle-related, not everyone was happy about it. Have a look at this.
Hands up if you want to do one, you haven't done one, and you'd like to do one.
Yeah.
So what about the young girls, Chrissy? Shall we let them have a go?
It was just a little attitude of Pat, and it was like, that's ages. I was fuming about what he said.
Who?
Pat.
What did you say?
The young ones are only the ones that are fit enough to do it.
That's bollocks. Nothing to do with being younger. Nothing to do with that. It's absolutely worth everything if Chrissy goes out and comes back with no stars. Because it's good for Chrissy.
He's 3 years younger than you.
Yeah, he must think he's Peter Pan.
I know.
Tit.
Pat was a bit rude to Chrissy there, but did he have a point, Gemma?
No, Pat Sharp is a disgusting excuse of a man. I'm sorry, girl. It's really getting on my nerves. I do not like the way I've been watching him, and he has gone. If you watch Pat Sharp, he stays away from Anthony, and he more or less is ripping into Fatima, isn't he? Yeah. But only for so much longer. But not only that, I just think he's gone for Chrissy, and he has gone for Lorraine and he's going for the weakest links. That's no man in my eyes.
You watch what he's done with Chrissy. He's slowly chipping away at Chrissy's confidence. First of all, it was because she was too old and she couldn't get involved with the games. Then he said that Benidorm was rubbish. It's like,
disgusting.
Leave the lady alone.
Not having a good
and he can't say that. I mean, he's famous for Funhouse.
Peter, do you think he had a point? If Chrissy had done that trial, I don't know if she would have got 11 stars like Emily.
Look, see, I have a different view on it. If you want to eat, if that's your whole concern, don't go in the jungle because you're not going to eat.
Yeah.
It's a team effort. Everyone should have a go. And Chrissy, man, I want to hug that girl. Am I the only one that wants to cuddle that woman?
She really needs to cuddle. You shouldn't be putting people
I'll
down.
I'll cuddle Chrissy.
A group hug.
She's got a nice cuddly kind of frame.
There's the face. Just, you know, she's lovable. I don't... Look, that guy's a bit arrogant for me. He's a bit smug.
And you don't see him pickling any of the boys.
You know what, though? Anthony made a good point. He said that Chrissy is just 3 years older than Pat. Do you think Pat has this image in his head that he's much younger and cooler than he actually is, Gemma?
No, I just think Pat absolutely loves himself for no reason. And, you know, I think he needs to sort himself out. What I don't like to see is when people put people down for no reason. That's nastiness, and there's no excuse for that in the camp.
He's stuck in the
Peter will give you a hug. We'll be okay.
You're right.
Ooh. Russell, what have you got there?
Again, you're anticipating the next night.
Christine
Coulthard said, I can't wait for Pat to go. He's horrible to women unless they're young and fit. Stop being horrible, Pat. And Jodie Bennion says, I think it was wrong of Pat, although Emily did well, when he should be open to giving the older ones to go. He is 50. I think we keep forgetting that. He's not exactly off the Werther's Originals himself. And she also adds, by the way, Mark Wright is well bang tidy.
Bang tidy.
Let's move away from Pat a little bit, because we could talk about him all day. Emily, she did really well in that trial. I think we haven't really talked much about that. Were you surprised she got the 11 stars, Gemma?
I wasn't surprised. I think when she said, you know, I'm an Aussie girl, I'm used to being in water, again, you know, it was like, yeah, you go for it. I was loving her in her confidence, and let's be fair, she smashed it to bits.
I was loving her in her... I agree, and I was loving her in that bikini.
You and the deck, I think all the guys really were loving that.
Do you know what? It's true, though, because I was saying it to you before. You were saying, oh, it's the bikini that made her sexy. OK, she's got the attractiveness, but it wasn't that. It was her confidence doing that. The way she just did it, that's what made her sexy to me.
Confidence is definitely sexy.
Sexy.
I've always found you sexy. I told you, I told you the man love.
Peter, too much information.
No. Me and Joe go back a few inches.
Thankfully, we have a caller on the line. Claire, please save me. It's Claire from Bromley. How are you?
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm Claire.
Hello, Claire.
I was just after Stephanie left on the last night. As she walked across the bridge to talk to Joe, her comments was, "Oh, I've just spoken to the interviewers," and I thought, but Ant and Decca are national treasures. They're not just interviewers.
Yeah, you're right. But to be fair, I was. I'm a lot to follow. Big shoesies.
You're lovely, Joe. But I just thought her saying, "Oh, I've just been." She was dismissive with her hand and said, "I've just been speaking to some interviewers."
I just don't
and
think.
I thought, but they weren't just interviewers. They're Ant and Dec.
I think she's American. I think
she just thinks she's the most. She thought she was the most famous person in there.
She's as warm as an ice cube, basically, isn't she?
Nicely summed up there, Gemma. And Claire, what did you think of Sunita going today?
Oh, I thought that was really sad because she's come so far and she's really tried and she, you know, she really made an effort to be, you know, get on with everybody and combat her fears.
Well, thank you very much, Claire. Thank you for that. How do you think the camp are going to react now? Do you think they're going to get closer together, or they just seem to be getting worse? I keep thinking they're going to bond, but there's little fights, there's cracks there happening.
I believe you're going to see the quieter ones really go to town. Yeah. I'm a bit concerned. You know, I'm not sure if Anthony and Mark are going to start bickering. Things are closing in now. The net is getting tighter. You're going to see some big things kicking off.
Joke. Can I just tell you?
Go on, it better be good. Come on, Peter.
Who's Pat Sharp's favourite singer?
I don't know. Who's Pat Sharp's favourite?
James Blunt.
Love it.
Thank you.
I will have more from the panel and jokes from Peter like that a little bit later on. I love it. Joe, in a bit, is going to be checking out today's trial, which is called Fair Duncombe. Actually, Joe, shouldn't you be there now?
Yeah, come.
Off you go. It's over.
Oh, mystery. Okay.
You ain't got anything to worry about, Peter. Time for another break, after which Russ reviews all the weird and wonderful things you've left on our website. And I have a heart-to-heart with Stephanie right here in the studio. See you shortly.